In this video we are going to take a look at this Rollei 35 compact 35mm camera. Should point out this is one of the ones that was actually made in Germany, so that's a good sign. Serial number 3167216 says right here, and it's got the Rollei Honeywell badge here. Apparently Honeywell was involved in the import of these. I don't know all the details. This one has the 40mm Carl Zeiss Tessar f3.5 lens, and we can pull that forward and lock it into place, and it's already been advanced. So let's try out the shutter here at the different settings, starting at 1/500. Very quick. Look at that again. 1/250th. 1/125th, 1/60th, 1/30th, 1/15th. Now here's where they start getting a little bit sluggish on these older cameras if they sat for a while, but here's 1/15th. That didn't sound as good as it should have. A little better. Still doesn't sound quite right. Getting a little better. That's better. And at 1/8, I'm sure this is going to bog down. Yeah, that didn't work very well. 1/4. Yeah, the timer mechanism, I'm not even going to do the half. The bulb we can do where the lens will stay open as long as I hold it down and close, so that works. So the slow shutter speeds are very sluggish. They are going to need some servicing. We can look in the lens here and watch the aperture close down, so that works. If I can hold the little control in and open it back up, we can see that working. I don't know about the meter. I don't know how accurate it is, but I put a battery in here and we can see here the needle, and as I block off light coming in here, we can see the needle moves. So clearly there is meter function. Don't know how accurate it is, but we can see that. Looking here at the top, we can see the dials. I work the aperture and the shutter speed. Here's the focus ring right here. That's pretty smooth. And with it cocked, then we can push the button here and release the lens and push that back in. Let's look inside. If we pop this lever, we can slide the back off. And up in here is where the battery goes. I put one in. I won't leave it in, but you can get that open with a penny. And that just comes out of there. And you can drop the battery out. You can see the battery compartment's nice and clean. The inside of the cover. So we'll put that back in. No need to crank it in real hard. Just screw it in by hand. Just make sure it's snug enough so it won't vibrate loose in shipping with a penny. Here we are. Here's the pressure plate, flips down. That looks nice. Lens on the inside looks good. And nice construction of this camera. The inside of the back. And then this has to be very carefully aligned to get this back on. Align that side. There we go. Slides together. Latch this down. It does have a rewind crank on the bottom here. That's for rewinding the film. The hot shoe is here on the bottom. That looks okay. It It does not have a lens cap. I have this screw in. It's a Rollei branded filter. Probably would need to be cleaned up if you're going to use it as a filter, but it will come on the front here and to protect the lens. And then this all goes in this case. This case is actually tethered to the camera. You can get it off completely if you undo this right here, and you can undo the strap, and then you could feed it back through that hole in the case and then reattach it. But as of right now, it's just attached to the case, so the case will not get lost while you're using the camera. And then the camera slides back into the case, just like, I'm going to flip it around so the lens is facing this way, zip it up, and there it is. It's a nice Rollei case. It's a soft, feels like leather. I'm not sure if it actually is, but it feels like it. And then we also have this manual with it, and this covers a few different models of the Rollei 35, but it does include the 35, and that seems to be in pretty good condition. Looks like a lot of that is in German. Oh, there's English, so must have the English language. So, fairly nice example of the Germany version of the Rollei 35.